Thank you for joining us for this look at the best original reporting from KPBS News. This week, I'm Maya Trabulsi. Coming up, why are kids spending less time outdoors? KPBS looks at the generational shift to playtime and how it's affecting social development. A status check on the smartphone app used by those hoping to enter the U.S. After complaints about the online system, asylum seekers tell us how things are improving. And koalas are playing an important role in San Diego biotech. Learn about the collaboration with the San Diego Zoo that aims to help the species thrive. Much of our coverage this week was dedicated to those recovering from the rainstorm that flooded neighborhoods on January 22nd. And that includes renters who are unsure what the future brings and those who lost their only means of transportation. Here are KPBS reporters Katie Hyson and John Carroll.
Everything was destroyed. We have nothing.
26-year-old Jocelyn Lopez leans on crutches. She says she fractured her ankle trying to escape when the water suddenly filled her Highland Avenue apartment. Today, a red city notice is taped to the door. It reads, "Danger, unsafe, unlawful to occupy." The landlord sent some residents a letter terminating their lease. Mud marks a line on the walls 1.5 feet high. Furniture, clothes, and baby shower decorations sit waterlogged.
If you don't come from much like us, then you would understand how hard the situation is with very little stuff that we had, but very valuable to us.
She sent 4 of the children in her care to live with family. She and her 4-month-old are staying with her mother-in-law in an apartment on the 2nd floor. Lopez says many of the tenants have lived here for more than a decade. They can't afford to return if the landlord remodels and hikes the rent.
It's like tearing up the family that we have built here for many, many, many years.
Legal Aid Society of San Diego's Gil Vera says landlords are responsible to provide safe housing until repairs are done. They can only terminate the lease after the eviction has gone through the court, he says, unless the unit is fully destroyed. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.
More than a week later, and the cleanup in the Southcrest neighborhood is still going strong. People are still hosing things off and throwing items ruined in the flood into huge dumpsters and trash trucks. Gone from the neighborhood now are the cars, trucks, and SUVs that sustained serious damage from the raging floodwaters. If you're in that situation, the Insurance Information Institute's Janet Ruiz says the first thing to do is take your vehicle to an expert.
It's important to take it to a reputable repair place and ask them to check it out. Are there repairs that can be made to fix it?
The next big question is, do you carry comprehensive coverage? A requirement in California if you're still paying off the vehicle. If you do, your insurance company will likely either pay to fix the vehicle if that's possible, or pay you what it's worth if it's not. But if the vehicle's paid off and you don't carry comprehensive, it's a different story.
And I don't have a great answer.
San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says as he's been out in neighborhoods talking to flood victims, he's found that many of them don't have comprehensive coverage. He says for now at least, that means turning to local organizations along with the state and federal government that do have the ability to help.
This is a part of where philanthropy may come in. This is why we're pushing that FEMA declaration, recognizing that that will not be a cure-all, that will not make people whole. But with an average reward of about $5,000, you can see how that could help at least address this near-term issue that people have for mobility, be able to get to work, take care of their kids.
Back here in Southcrest, as the cleanup continues along the Choyas Creek, residents wait and wonder about what the next round of rains will bring. John Carroll, KPBS News.
San Diego's Southcrest neighborhood was among the hardest hit by last week's storm, but the intense rain exposed problems countywide. As another storm moved in this week, Jacob Ayer checked on the recovery in Encinitas.
It felt like deja vu. Once again, heavy rains are causing flood issues across the county and in Encinitas. The situation is particularly evident near Lucadia Roadside Park and the adjacent Europa Street alley, where last week's floods did serious damage.
It's never happened before that high. It has happened many times that the rain does come and it gets up to our property and we have to move vehicles.
Carrie and Tim Calver have lived there for 20 years and managed the property. While the inside of their house didn't flood, their neighbors' homes did, and they had to hop fences to get to safety.
Things have never gotten this bad.
They shared video with KPBS of the storm last week and say the city needs to do more. They've been forced to miss work and are worried for their well-being.
We put this barrier up there and several other barriers on the inside just in case. I've gotten to the point where I don't know if I can trust Public Works to get out here in time to fire that pump up.
The flooding has affected more than just residents. At least 10 businesses in the area have already been impacted by flooding, according to the Leucadia 101 Main Street Association.
So it was about to here, the water line.
Heidi Ledger is the owner of Threadspun. Her store is still closed due to flood damage. She's nervous about what's ahead.
I'm definitely worried about it, but it's also what are we going to do? I mean, I don't know. The city doesn't really seem to have a comprehensive plan.
Tony Kranz is the mayor of Encinitas. He says the city does the best they can to minimize impacts for residents and businesses with aging infrastructure. He says it's going to be a while to create a long-term fix.
Right. Well, we're going to continue to, maintain our pump system and do everything we can to move the water either into the ocean or down to the lagoon. The reality is that sometimes Mother Nature sends storms that, exceed the ability for these pumps to keep the alleyway clear.
With more heavy rain days on the horizon, Ledger and the Calvers are hoping for the best, but are preparing for more flooding. Jacob Ayer, KPBS News.
More rain is in the forecast for early next week. We put together a section on our website that has all of our weather coverage along with information on shelters, legal aid, and donations. It's at kpbs.org/weather. Last year, the Biden administration introduced a mobile app called CBP1. That's aimed at helping asylum seekers. But the initial version of the app was riddled with errors. KPBS border reporter Gustavo Solis checked back a year later to see what has changed.
Every day, about 400 migrants line up on the Tijuana side of the San Isidro border crossing. Bags are packed, passports in hand, hopes are high. They've all secured appointments to enter the U.S. through the CBP1 app. The excitement here is palpable. Some of these people have been waiting 6 months for the appointment. For them, it's literally a dream come true. That's exactly how Lisette Moreno feels. She fled Cuba with her 12-year-old son because of political persecution. They waited 4 months to get their CBP1 appointment, all so her son can live in a free country. People from Cuba are especially vulnerable, according to a report from Human Rights Watch. The researchers found that Cubans who criticize their government risk criminal prosecution. In Tijuana, more than 100,000 migrants have used the CBP1 app to enter the U.S. ever since the Biden administration began using it in January 2023. This mobile app is the federal government's preferred and sometimes only method for asylum seekers to enter the country legally. Experts like Dara Lind from the American Immigration Council say that the app has become a focal point of the asylum system.
In general, what we think of as the standard process for asylum, where you come into the U.S., you are, allowed to pursue a court case if you can demonstrate a credible fear of persecution in your home country. The only way to do that right now the only way to guarantee it is to use this CBP1 app.
The app was controversial from the start. Many called it the Ticketmaster of asylum. That's because all migrants had to log in at the same time to secure a very limited number of appointments. That meant people with the best internet connection and not necessarily the most vulnerable got appointments. Another major problem was the app's photo feature. Migrants have to take a picture of themselves to secure appointments, but CBP1 struggled to capture images of migrants with dark skin tones. Those issues have been addressed. It's no longer first come, first serve, so people can sign up throughout the day and enter a lottery, and the photo bug has been fixed.
I think the U.S. government deserves a lot of credit for listening to the initial wave of reports and acting pretty quickly to address them.
While the app has improved significantly, migrants are still forced to wait months to secure an appointment.
Of course, the underlying concerns about, how do you support yourself for an indefinite amount of time in Mexico, that's going to fall harder on people who have less money.
Officials in Tijuana say the phone app brought order to the asylum process. Before CBP1, thousands of migrants would sleep outside by the border crossing just waiting for a chance to cross. Enrique Lucero is head of Tijuana's Migrant Services Department.
Esa fila virtual que está en el CBP la tendrías físicamente en la garita. Y también tendríamos gente esperando horas, días y meses ahí.
Lucero says that it takes an average of 4 to 5 months for migrants in Tijuana to secure a CBP1 appointment. Desperate migrants who can't afford to wait that long are choosing to cross the border illegally.
Entonces sí, claro, contribuye la larga espera a la desesperación de los migrantes.
And Mexican migrants tend to be the most desperate. That's certainly the case for Ricardo Martinez, an asylum seeker from the Mexican state of Michoacán. The U.S. Department of State currently has a level 4 do not travel advisory there. It's the highest advisory level. And just last month, 11 villagers were gunned down by a local gang for failing to pay extortion fees. Martinez left behind family, a home, several plots of land, and even his own business. He was a car mechanic with his own garage.
A pedir cuota y si no pagas, pues te empiezan a intimidar, que te van a matar, de amenazar.
He says local gangs there extort everybody and threaten to kill anyone who doesn't pay.
Si no nada más a uno, sino que se llevan con toda la familia.
And it's not just him. The gangs threatened his entire family. It took 6 months for Martinez to get a CBP1 appointment. And he has mixed feelings about traveling to the U.S. He's obviously happy to be safe, but misses everything he left behind. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
And here are some of the most popular stories this week among our digital audience. An investigation finds that a San Diego Navy ship captain struck, bullied, and screamed at crew members. The way kids play has quietly transformed. We'll have that story a little bit later. And a San Diego researcher lands a prestigious scientific award. You can get our most popular stories every Friday by signing up for newsletters at kpbs.org. February is Black History Month. One of the many events around San Diego is Black Comics Day, happening this weekend at the World Beat Cultural Center in Balboa Park. KPBS Arts and Culture reporter Beth Accomando has this preview.
Ethan Jones had a vision for Black Comics Day.
Let me just make a bat signal for Black creators out there that they can all congregate and come to.
Brian J. Lambert saw that signal and responded.
Without Black Comics Day, I honestly wouldn't be where I am. I showed up to Black Comics Day #2 because a friend had told me about it, and I had 2 posters that I had gotten done, and I stapled my business card to them, Brian Lambert, writer, author.
Now he runs Wingless Comics and Entertainment, which is breaking out into animation with the new project Air Force Ones.
Unless you see someone like you doing it, or you see someone who you can relate to doing it, it's hard to get that picture in your head that I can do it as well.
Makita Cheatham agrees. She runs World Beat Cultural Center, which hosts Black Comics Day.
When I was a kid, I never had comics that reflected, me as a Black kid. So it means everything to our community. To see all these people that are Black expressing themselves through comics, it means the world to me.
That fuels Jones's desire to keep putting on the show.
Obviously, you hear about people like Stan Lee and Marvel and Disney and everything they're doing, but there's a whole slew of creators out there, particularly creators of color, which is what this show's based on, that are chugging away trying to get up to that level, and they just need a chance.
Jones is giving them that chance. Plus, he wants to highlight the diversity among Black creators. No surprise you can always find superheroes. But last year, My Hall included horror, westerns, a Sam Spade-style detective, and even strippers. Plus, all were signed by the creators. Jones calls it a smorgasbord. Since the event is free, he hopes people will use the money saved to sample some of these tasty offerings. He also wants it to be easy for the artists to attend.
The term struggling artist is unfortunately, it's a real thing. And so I try to make it affordable for them, but at the same time, I do have to pay for putting this thing together.
Sometimes out of his own pocket, but he does it because he believes in it. He knows firsthand that events like this can be life-changing.
Because I got started at age 16. I showed my stuff at San Diego Comic-Con, and I walked around and got Actually got hired by Apple Comics at the time, and they put me on a Dracula story. This is still a small show where you can come in and get personal with the artist and develop relationships with them that may lead to some kind of magic in the future.
Once again, panels anchor each day of the convention. On Saturday, the representation of Black culture in Japanese anime and manga will be addressed by 3 panelists, including Lambert.
There have been some that have been horrible. Dragon Ball Z with Mr. Popo, who's got completely black skin and pink lips. But then we also get some better characters in Fire Force. And so we're just really reviewing the effects of cultural exchange of black culture in terms of music, hip hop, all of that.
And on Sunday, Jones will moderate a panel with Cheryl Morrow,
who is the daughter of Willie Morrow, the inventor of the California Curl. He also is the publisher and founder of San Diego Monitor, which is a black paper that's been in San Diego for many years. He's passed now, so she's continuing his legacy. And she's also an expert in black hair care.
He has coined me Afro Avenger.
Morrow will be talking about publishing as well as hair.
In Black culture, obviously, hair is just one of those things that is not an accessory. It is like the epicenter. One of the reasons why, because it's the single most important thing that I think that we've had complete ownership of, that essence. And you can really express that in comics.
As Jones tries to juggle drawing his own Power Knights comic, running his publishing company Kid, and organizing this convention, he can sometimes feel overwhelmed. But
I draw energy just from the love of doing it. I honestly don't know how I got this far, but I'm feeling good and the vibe is feeling right.
You can share that vibe as Black Comics Day returns to World Beat Cultural Center in Balboa Park for 2 days of celebrating Black creators of all kinds. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.
Over the decades, something has been happening to the way kids play. The lives of younger generations have become less freewheeling and they become more structured. And as KPBS reporter Corey Suzuki reports, some experts say kids may be losing more than we think.
Most afternoons, Dennis Lim's parents would raise the door to the garage in Oceanside and send him out to play.
The neighborhood I grew up in was great for kids. It was a cul-de-sac.
He and his friends would sit in the neighbor's yard and talk, or play baseball in the street.
My parents didn't have to really put any thought into how is Dennis going to socialize? How is he going to make new friends? How is he going to learn all these skills that we're talking about? Social skills, being physically active. They just let me go outside until it was time for dinner, and just kind of did the rest.
Now, decades later, Dennis is a parent with 2 little kids of his own. He lives at the end of another cul-de-sac, this one in a residential neighborhood of North San Diego, the perfect place for a good game of street baseball. But most days, his block is silent.
Now, you drive through any street in America, I don't care what neighborhood it is, poor, urban, suburban, whether it's a weekday, weekend, you just don't see kids outside.
Dennis isn't alone in noticing this change. Across the country, researchers who study childhood say the way that kids play has quietly transformed over time. For decades, kids like Dennis would go out and play freely, what experts call unstructured play. That's when kids are getting to choose what they want to do and exercise their creativity on their own, away from adult supervision.
Free mobility, freedom to have a part-time job.
Peter Gray is a professor of psychology and neuroscience at Boston College.
Where you are independent, where you have to take control of your life yourself because there's no adult standing right over you telling you what to do.
Fireball! Think those kids in Stranger Things, cruising around the neighborhood on their bikes, minus the monsters.
Fireball him! Cast protection.
But around the 1980s, experts say a couple big things changed. The first one was how parents viewed safety. In 1979, a 6-year-old named Eaton Patz went missing in New York. That was followed by several other high-profile kidnappings of young kids. Child abduction was a rare crime. It still is. But the cases made big news, causing a national uproar. Everyone from dairy companies to picture book characters started warning that it was dangerous for kids to be alone.
The messages began to be, if you're not watching your kids, or you don't know where they are, or if there's not some other responsible adult watching them, then you are a negligent parent.
That was the first big change. The second came in 1983, when the Department of Education under Ronald Reagan warned that American schools weren't keeping up with other countries. Within decades, Congress passed the No Child Left Behind Act, a sweeping law that required schools and teachers to prove success in academic growth using standardized test scores.
Teachers now were being evaluated based on the test scores. So the nature of school changed very dramatically.
School started to take more time. Teachers gave out more homework, school years got longer, kindergartners had less time to play in class. Gray and others argue that these two shifts may be one cause of the youth mental health crisis, adding to the uncertainty, anxiety, and hopelessness that many young people experience today.
We're depriving them of those opportunities. They're not learning how to take that kind of responsibility. They're not developing the sense that they can solve their own problems, that they can deal with the bumps in the road of life as they occur.
Play is just one of many factors affecting kids' mental health. But Gray says it is one area where parents can do something. He has a number of recommendations, including teaching kids how to be safe during independent activities. Dennis Lim, who lives on that quiet cul-de-sac, and his kids have been spending a lot of time at the park. He thinks that's one of his kids' best options to spend time exploring and hanging out with others.
You don't need like a grand park for like every neighborhood, but like a little pocket park, someplace where there's like a real chance for like some real social interaction, some communal space. That could go a long ways for that.
But Lim also points out that there's one other place where kids are getting some of these benefits. During recess at school. And in California, changes to recess time are coming soon. Corey Suzuki, KPBS News.
And Corey Suzuki has a follow-up to that story, which includes a California law to protect students' rights to recess. You can stream it on the KPBS YouTube page. And for more stories just like this, you can visit the Parents Hub at kpbs.org. And that is where we also have a list of family-friendly events around San Diego. San Diego is known for its biotech companies and its world-famous zoo, and now they're working together to benefit one of the zoo's most recognizable animals. KPBS environment reporter Eric Anderson explains the mission to learn about a genetic issue affecting koalas.
These fuzzy gray animals are native to Australia, and they spend most of their day sleeping in the shade of engineered trees with cool metal roofs.
Heat in the winter. They give them misters in the summertime when the temperatures get really high.
Lisa Martin has cared for koalas at the San Diego Zoo for years. The facility houses the largest breeding colony of koalas outside of Australia, and it's been an eye-opening experience.
They can move fast. I didn't recognize it. They can jump horizontally 6 feet, and I did not recognize that they're not always cute and cuddly. They have their own personalities as well.
Koalas also have an endemic health issue. A retrovirus has inserted itself into the animal's DNA, making the marsupials susceptible to a number of pernicious cancers.
Almost all koalas are infected with one or more koala retroviruses, and this viral infection is a problem for koalas because it predisposes them to develop some very specific secondary diseases.
Specifically, lymphoma and leukemia. Because the animals are good at hiding illness, a survival trait developed in the wild, caregivers typically don't realize an animal is sick until the cancers are advanced. Those diseases are untreatable in koalas.
I and everybody on the team have struggled with the devastating effects of leukemia and lymphoma in our population. It can strike animals as young as 2.5 years old. And it's heartbreaking.
Cora Singleton hopes understanding more of the marsupial's DNA will allow wildlife officials to better manage koala populations. That requires knowing more about the retroviruses and where they might be located in each individual's DNA strand.
Whole genome sequencing, while it was available just a couple of years ago, was very expensive and very time-consuming. And so it wasn't within our reach.
But San Diego-based Illumina says what was unattainable a few years ago is now in reach.
Since that very first human genome sequence that took 10 years of a global consortia and almost $3 billion to put together, our latest sequencing platforms, the NovaSeq X, can do 48 genomes in 2 days or more, and the price point's about $200 for a whole human genome.
The speed of processing, combined with the falling cost, has already resulted in sequencing of more than 90 koalas. Illumina is working to broaden the species database, by sequencing tissue from both living koalas and from koalas that are long dead. They use tissue samples stored in the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance's frozen zoo.
Because when it comes to understanding the consequence of a genomic sequence, you really need both large numbers of genomes to tease out, when you have an A mutated to a G or you have a certain gene disrupted. It's a lot of information, so you need many samples to make a conclusion about the consequence of that DNA change. You also then need to have it coupled with the clinical information.
And the zoo's Cora Singleton says her team has that clinical information.
Every koala in our care, we know its parents, we know its grandparents, we know its great-grandparents. And that's a really important part of this project, looking at the ancestry of these koalas.
The retroviruses cannot be excised out of an animal's DNA, but understanding which DNA variations exist in an individual increases the ability to manage the animal's health. That is invaluable.
We're hoping to be able to use the information that we learn from the genome and the specific places where the koala retrovirus is in the genome to understand which koalas would pair together and produce the most healthy and resilient offspring.
That can help minimize the risk of illness in a captive population and even allow conservationists to be better stewards of wild populations in Australia. The DNA information could inform the movement of koalas between the continent's discrete populations. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.
We hope that you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Thank you for joining us.